Well, hello there, chat. Welcome in, everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. Hope all of you are surviving the heat as best as you can. I mean, it is incredibly hot at the moment, so hope you're all doing decently. Welcome in, Cowboy, welcome in, Masterclass, welcome in, Breezy. Hope you're all having a great day. And we are here for round 5 of GDR at Canada. A very, very interesting, chaotic, I would like to say, the very least. So, this is going to be a very interesting session. A very interesting race. Of course, 35 laps to decide everything. So, I'm going to keep the tunes playing in the background for a little bit longer because we've got a while until they're meant to ready up. Got a bit early because I thought I'd have a little chat to you guys. Hope to see if you guys are all doing pretty decently. So, yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a little chat to you guys, see how you all were doing. Hope you're all doing very decently. Turn on the music a little bit. There we go. Now you can hear a bit better now. There's paradise. We're spending all nights living in a gangster's paradise. Been spending all nights living in a gangster's paradise. Let's go. How can you not love a bit of Gangster's Paradise sometimes? How can you not love it? I got the tunes. I might as well be DJ Matthew or DJ Matt or Mateo or whatever. You might as well become me DJ me because I have got the tunes coming. So we are good. And before any of you ask, yes, I have got some water. It's just where you can't see. It's like about here-ish roughly for you. So I have got some water. I hopefully should survive. Maybe. So I'm gonna turn off the music and just chill now for a little bit while we wait for our drivers. In the meantime, I will very quickly update you on our standings from last race. Obviously, I wasn't here commentating you. It was the wonderful, the amazing TK. And in fact, I don't know if he's in chat or not, but I do have to give my greatest thanks to him for stepping in last week when I wasn't available, when I was in a different country with my orchestra. But anyways, as you can see, Mr. Jammy is at the top in the Red Bull on 101 points. And then we've got Runnard, and then we've got the Ferrari, and then we've got the other Red Bull of DeVito. And then we've also got the two McLarens of Aiden and JD as your next ones. And then we've got Baymax, then Resilience, and then Bobolowski. We've got a couple of reserves then, and so we're doing. And so that's your rough drivers' standings at the moment. Your constructor standings is getting very, very interesting though, because we have got the Red Bulls, the Ferraris, and the McLarens all within 15 points of each other. So they're very much a constructors' battle up for grabs. And bonus for Ferrari and McLaren, and for anybody behind Jammy, he is not racing today. Mr. Jammy, the fast man that he is on holiday. He is not racing today. So, everybody racing here today has got a big chance to take some points off of the championship leader. So, we are in for a very exciting race at the front today. We are in for a very exciting race at the front. Today we're going to have a few drivers, I reckon, up there. We're going to have obviously got our JD. Aiden isn't also not racing today. We've got a lot of reserves racing today. At the moment in the lobby, we have got JD, Bobolowski, Alex, F1 Kid, who is also very fast, Adrian, Resilience, Driver DMB, Baymax, Ecos, Jonas, and also DeVito has just made their way into the lobby. Still waiting for a few more people. Welcome in, Alex. How you doing, my man? But yeah, that is your standings. I'll switch back to me real quick. You get to see my beautiful face again. Not that it's beautiful, but anyways. But yeah, we should be getting a good 12 people, I think, in this. I think we're getting 12 people, maybe even more than that, because we've got Masterclass getting a seat there as well. You can see it just in the bottom left, I believe it is. Is it there, I think? No, here. I had to look at my camera for a second. No, there, you can see the very small lobby screen. So, yeah, welcome in, Alex. Hope you're doing well, my man. Hope you're doing well. But, yeah. And I've just got a confirmation from the Discord server, as I've seen. We are going until 33. We will be setting up and going. Yes, I have got some water. Hopefully I shouldn't die today. Hopefully. Hopefully. I've got also a big fan here as well, blowing air onto me. Not that it's going to be very cool air, but what can you do? My Xbox broke. That is a big Ripperino, Masterclass. That is a big Ripperino. Oh, you're back now? That's good then. That's very good, Masterclass. Well done. But yeah, and not only have I got water just here, not only, but I've also got some delicacies which I brought back from Belgium, because the reason I wasn't here last week, for all of you wondering, is because I was on tour with my little orchestra that I do. So I bought something. I bought some actual Belgian chocolate back, so I've got this to gnaw on during the race, so that should be okay. That should be okay. And if I get bored of that, I've also got a giant bag of milk here as well. So, yeah. Swear I recognise you from a thumbnail somewhere. Honestly, Baymax, I still can't believe you actually did that. That's honestly hilarious. I like how I like how I literally did post that. But the funniest thing as well is that just came from a casual conversation. I was just talking to JD about me being at Riot a couple weeks ago, and then I posted that image of me being next to a couple Eurofighter Typhoons, and all of a sudden it's just become a big meme among the community. Did I go to Spa? Unfortunately not. I would have really liked to go to Spa. Yes, for Riot, absolutely, mate. Riot is cool. Riot is very cool. Welcome in, Brody, by the way. Hope you're doing decently. Welcome in, Baymax, as well. I hope you're also doing very well, mate. I hope you're having a good little break. Yeah, should be getting underway in the next few minutes, hopefully. Going to be camping out for the whole weekend next year. Good. Yeah, Riot is good. Riot is very good in terms of camping. I was staying in a campsite about 20 minutes away from the actual ground itself, and I usually go to the whole thing, but I was only able to go till the Sunday because my dad had work the following day, so sad times. I couldn't watch the departures, I couldn't watch people leave, but I'll try and make some exciting moves this race. You can try, Baymax. You can try. You can try. Yeah, I was there for Sunday only this year. Still yeah, Sunday was a very good day. Brody, I have to say I was lucky enough that I was able to go to the Friday. So I went to the Wednesday and the Thursday, which are the two rival days, and then I also went to the Friday. And the Friday was special because they did the NATO fly past, which was very cool. But also they also did the U2 that day, which was only on the Friday, and I'm really happy I saw that, because for however weird it playing the U2 is, it's just majestic. It's just so cool. It's very... Yeah, I got to miss that. I reckon it'll be back next year. I mean, come on, it's been going over 50 years, that plane. I don't think it's going to be stopping anytime soon, for the moment, anyway. So, I'll have to... Also, Master Crash, I know you're probably still there, but we will have to make sure... We'll have to make sure that you're my little weatherman, seeing if it rains or not. Seeing if it rains or not, we're still sort of just chilling for the moment, still waiting for the ready up call from JD, and there it is. I've just seen it in the Discord server. Ready up call has been ordered, and we are next on the way. Canada, very interesting track, I have to say. Not one of my favourites, I have to say. I don't mind it, but the track limits around here can be annoying, and that is something the drivers today are going to have to make sure they do not do, which is invalidate on the corners. There are many of them, so I'll have to see if we get any rain as well at Canada. It can be quite common to get some rain here at Canada, so we will see. We will see what it's like. Hey, I know it's like, can I join? No. No, unfortunately not, bro. No. If you want to join, you have to go. If you want to join, exclamation mark dis. If you want to join If you want to join the league itself, you have to go exclamation mark Discord. There you go. You can join now. There you go. Thank you, masterclass. Thank you. But yeah, you join the Discord, and you and then you can, and then we'll give you a reserve role for the first season. We've got many seats going around because there aren't too many people. We're trying to get the name out there a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, enough of you seeing my face. Bye. Enough of you seeing my face. It is time for us to get to the actual league itself. Time for us to get to the. I'm already in it. Well, oh, you're already in it. Never mind then. Unfortunately, you can't join because you needed to sign up earlier. Unfortunately, you needed to sign up because no offense, Ethan. We can't be handing out a seat literally 2 minutes before we start the race. That's really not what we want to be doing. So, yeah. Sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that. But, anyways, we are here for the Canadian Grand Prix. Very interesting race. I just need to make sure. Don't mind me just getting the good old, getting the commentary, like, get the commentary things up. Thanks to the good old Mr. TK himself. Let's get the lap data up. Don't need the telemetry. Okay. And we are good. There we go. Right. We are here. We have got 12 drivers on the grid today. We've got Baymax, we've got Baymax, we've got Adrian, we've got DeVito, we've got Alex, we've got Resilience, we've got Driver DNB, we've got Ecos Dark, we've got JD, we've got Jonas, and we have Bobolowski. And then we've also got good old It's Not Luke, aka Masterclass, and F1 Kid as well. So nice lineup of drivers. Hopefully should be a very interesting event. We've got Baymax, who is the first person to go out for a lap. And let's see what they have in store. On the medium tyres, very interestingly, and it is going to be only a short qualifying session and then the 50% race, obviously. Yeah. My opinions on this track, I'm not a massive fan of this. I'm going to be completely frank. So, but I know quite a few people do like it, so yeah, I am excited for this. Ooh, very heavy over the curbs there already. From, oh, I need to get the map up, don't I? There you go. Now you can actually see the map. And there you go. And now you can see the track in the bottom left as well, so you can actually see where everyone is on flipping track. That would be handy. We're going to go on board with our good old boy Baymax, and we're going to see what he can do for our first lap of Canada. I want to make sure you don't invalidate. Ooh, not a great exit. And in fact, he's stopping, and in fact, that was an awful exit, and he is not going to go for it. Unless he is going for it. I don't know. We're going to see how fast he takes turn 1. Does he take turn 1 fairly fast? I mean, he does, kind of, but he's taking it far too slow. So, it's so not. I'm going to look at Masterclass here. Who will be the next person to start a lap? I'm not sure if Baymax is going on this lap. I don't think he is. Wouldn't make sense for him to do so. So, yeah. Let's see, we've got Masterclass coming around the final corners, and he's about to start his lap. I'm going to go on board with him, and I'm going to take you around a little lap of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Brake very late in, that's too late into turn 1. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's go F1 Kid instead. I want to keep it tight through turn 2. Really nice power on the exit, as F1 Kid does really nicely there. And then round, and then let's see, round the end of the first sector and into the little chicane, and round, power out to the outside, and then let's see, DRS down here. Want to make sure you cut this inside curb, get a maximum amount of time, power out, and then the hairpin. Such a crucial corner, such a slow corner at the same time, but you've got to make sure you get round it and then carry the speed and get a very good exit, because it powers you all the way down this straight. all the way down this straight until the end of the lap. Apart from there's one more bit to go, which is the final chicane, and the Wall of Champions awaits you. Don't invalidate. He's going to pick up a cheeky slipstream here from Masterclass as well, who's just finishing a lap, and F1 Kid to the top with a 1:10.328. Masterclass having issues on that lap as well, so let's see. Oh dear, oh dear, my game seems to have gone kaput. Give me a sec, chat. Let me switch back to me real quick so you can actually look at something. My apologies, chat, my apologies. I've got to rejoin the game. I hate when this happens. Game just crashes on you when you don't want it to. That's fine, I'll be loading back in. Shouldn't be losing too much, hopefully. Maybe a few people crossing the line, but it's only early days yet, so we should be okay. Right, here we are. Now we're getting back in again. This is what we need. Alright, let's get back to this. Now you can actually see what's going on. So, yeah, sorry about that little technical mishap. Chat. Had a little bit of a game crashage. Had my game just decide to go kaput and just decide, yeah, nah, I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to work anymore. So there we go. There we go. Right, get back into the flipping. There we go. And we should be back now. There we go. There we go, we're back. Sorry about that, chat. Yeah, sorry about that, chat. We are now back. There we go. We've got Alex here who's set a lap. We've got both McLarens on the front row at the moment, ahead of DeVito on a 1:10.2, then Resilient on a 1:10.3. So the top five very... Matteo, you streamer cursed me. My deepest apologies. My deepest apologies, Masterclass. But then again, just drive better. I'm joking. F1 Kid went for another attempt and has gone up to P2 with a 109.5. No, he doesn't want to drive better. You know what? Can't argue with that. Fair enough. Anyways, we've still got three people still yet to come out the pit lane. We've got Baymax who invalidates at the last corner. Very easy to do, and he's not happy about that at all. We've got let's see who else we've got out on track. I believe it'll just be Bobolowski, and this time hopefully we can get a full lap in without first of all being interrupted, and second of all hopefully without being interrupted by a game crashing of some kind. So let's ride on board with the V-carb as he crosses the line now. Let's see as they make their way into turn 1, clip the inside curb and then carry the speed, keep it tight through turn 2. Oh, very, very slidey on the exit there from the V-carb, and then round the chicane. Very, very easy to invalidate. Very nicely done though by Bobolowski, and that's the end of the first sector. Just like that, clamber the inside curbs of both sectors and then get it in. Oh, that. Would you be able to sort me an invite? I need to reset my PlayStation. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'll focus on the commentating. I'll focus on the commentating instead. Been so far pretty stable, decent lap from Bobolowski on the medium tyres as well, so there'll be more time to find as well. Looking really nice through the middle sector and then out of the hairpin. And then, let's see, down towards the final corner. Let's see what they've got. Let's see, don't invalidate. Dodges that to absolute perfection. Brilliant there from Bobolowski. And let's see what happens when they cross the line. P6 on the mediums, a 1:10.430, and they've got some more time to improve on that, so that is a very good time, I have to say. We've got DeVito. We've got DeVito on an out lap. Let's see, we've got F1 Kid here. I don't know if they're going for it again. But we'll see what they do. Let's see. They're going to come around the final 2 corners. I don't know if they think this might be on the same set of tyres, and they're going for it again. Maybe they've hadn't had good laps as of late, and they do go fastest with a 109.414 for F1 Kid. Very, very good. I know this guy is a very, very fast competitive driver, so we will see what comes of it. Oh, and there's been a spinner at the final corner. It's the Alpine there of Adrian, who's spun on the exit of their outlap of the exit of that final corner. We are now with JD. Riding next to JD here as they make their way through the first sector. No invalidation. Oh, very close up to the wall. Might have even been a hit there on the wall of that McLaren for JD. And then round up turns around turns 7 and 8, and then down the straight. And let's see what they've got. Into the fast chicane. Don't invalidate. Doesn't do so. Really nice exit as well. He's looking decent at the moment, is JD. Let's see what the sector time is. He's 3/10 up on his best time, which would give him, with the way he's going into purple middle sector, according to the bottom right. So we'll have to see what happens at the end of this lap. We've got a yellow flag in front. That's just F1 Kid slowing down and getting out of the way. No cheeky slipstream picking up though for JD. Final chicane. Let's see. No invalidations for the McLaren as they make their way to the line now. JD, he crosses the line now. Fastest overall with a 109.320. We've got Baymax here just starting a lap, and then we've got driver DM. No, we've got Ecos Dark starting a lap, and then we've got the Haas of Jonas putting himself up into P7. And we've got Adrian starting another lap as well. We're now going to cut to Masterclass, who's making their way to the final few corners. Let's see what they do across the line. Masterclass, 112.9, puts them in the same position in P9. Let's see, we've got obviously good old JD's teammate. We've got Alex here, who is actually reserving for Aiden, who is currently away at this time of the year. Quite a lot of people are away on holiday, so got quite a lot of reserve drivers racing today. Hopefully they can help their teams in their constructors fight. 109.1 for Alex. That is very good pace. We have this qualifying session, I have to say, has flown by. Even with my disconnection, it's flown by. We're just over 6 minutes left. We've got 6.5 minutes left in the session, so I'm very interested to see what we've got coming up as Baymax puts themselves up as P4 with a 1 minute 9.9. We've got Ecos put himself up at P5 with a 1 minute 10.1, sorry. And that will probably just about do it for these runs. I believe we've got a few more people crossing the line. Yeah, here's Adrian, but they've also invalidated their lap, so they won't improve on their lap. And here comes Masterclass, and he's coming into the pit lane. So we'll have to see what Adrian does, see if they can get a lap on the board, a representative lap on the board that can push them up any further. box, literally box. So yeah, oh no, another invalidation for Adrian. It's very easy to invalidate at that chicane, as proven there by Adrian. So that is unfortunate, and they will probably now have to come back to the pits, put some new tyres on, and go again. I'm slow. To be fair, Masterclass, one thing I will say is you're slow, but ahead of you, you've got quite a lot of other fast people. I mean, you've got DeVito, Baymax, F1 Kid, JD, and Alex are all fairly fast as far as I'm aware. Resilience isn't half bad. Bobolowski's very good. You've got some fast drivers ahead of you. I mean, it's not exactly like bad or anything. So, yeah. So for the little break, I was messaging my mother. Apparently her and my dad have gone for dinner, and apparently they had a puncture in their car on the way home. How wonderful. How wonderful. How wonderful. Anyway, no, Adrian has continued on again, very interestingly. They've continued on. So they are now going for another lap, and this might be one of their last laps if they can't get back to the pit lane. They don't invalidate at the chicane as they did last time. Let's see what they're doing as they go through the first sector. And the first sector they haven't invalidated so far. Not going to jinx anything else. Open the DRS down this little short straight. Overtaking here is possible, but not usually preferred because you've got a double DRS straight after this. Through the chicane, maybe a little bit wide there from the Alpine, but still looking decent nonetheless. We've got Baymax on an out lap at the moment, as masterclasses as well. We've got F1 Kid on a lap as well. So very interesting strategies from people. They will be one coming out in the next minute or so. As we see Adrian here, will they invalidate at the last corner? It's very easy to do so through the last corner. No such problems for the Alpine. So let's see where they end up as they cross the line, go ahead of Masterclash and with a 1:11.4, but only above Masterclash. We've got JD here coming out for a lap. Here's the first of our runners to come out for a lap. We've got F1 Kid behind him, who has been pushing and is up on his time, and he does go to the top with a 1:09.0. Very interesting fight for pole here between F1 Kid, Alex, and JD, and also probably Baymax has got some more time in his pocket, I think. So, it'll be a very interesting fight for pole. See who can do anything. Here's one of the contenders possibly for pole. It's Baymax. So let's see what they have got. Round into turn 1. Heavy braking, carry the speed. Let's see, keep it tight through turn 2. Very nice there from the Mercedes. Power planted at the exit. And then clamber over this inside curve, but don't invalidate. And the second one as well. Looking really fast here for Baymax. Really good, and he is a 10th up on his own time. Very hard to find some time in that first sector, so it is very good from Baymax that he has been able to find some time. As he now makes his way to into the part of the middle sector, through the little awkward chicane, and then now powering to the hairpin, 2 tenths up. So that is very good news for Baymax. Where is this going to put them though, compared to the 2 McLarens and F1 Kid, who we know is very fast on any F1 game? So we'll have to see what Baymax can do. Mercedes is now making their way to the final chicane, and they've invalidated. No, invalidated at the last corner. Oh no. That is very, very sad. You don't like seeing that. You do not like seeing that whatsoever. Let's see who we've got coming up on laps. We've got DeVito on an out lap. No, and then we've got Bobolowski starting their final lap. Then we've got DeVito. Then we've got one of the Ferraris. It's going to be Ecos, and then driver DMB here. And then we've got JD there. And then we've got Masterclash and Masterclash and F1 Kid as well. So we are into the final part of qualifying. A minute left. Final sections of qualifying, and you got to get your laps done now, because otherwise you're going to be reading F1 Kid in the background there, really giving it some beans coming out of the final chicane. So we're going to have to see what happens here. We've got a yellow flag here in sector 1, and it's because F1 Kid has invalidated his last lap, and I wonder if he invalidated the next lap as well. So big unfortunates here for F1 Kid, one of the stars so far. He's done pole by a couple hundredths, but that might be about to be taken away from him. Let's see, we've got Bobolowski making their way to the final few corners now. They haven't invalidated their lap. Into the final corner. Oh, they've hit the wall of champions very, very hard. Very, very hard there from Bobolowski. And that's going to have cost him all of the time in the world. And that's unfortunately only going to be a maximum of P8 for him at the moment. DeVito, next across the line, has invalidated his lap. So that is not going to be good for him. Adrian trying to make his way through the final few corners, trying to get to the line in time, but he has failed. The next person to cross the line will be JD. He hasn't invalidated. Let's see what JD can do. Can he get onto pole position for the time being? No! 109.188 doesn't get pole and misses out by a 10th of a second. That is very unfortunate. We've got Masterclash here who has invalidated their lap. We've got their teammate though, Jonas, who was also invalidated. Guys, everyone's invalidating. Give me someone who hasn't invalidated. Here's Resilience up into P4 ahead of Baymax. Beautiful. Beautiful lap, but that could be about to be ruined as Baymax is coming to the line now, and he does replace Resilience in P4. But that is a stunning lap from Resilience. And Alex couldn't take pole position either, away from F1 Kid, who's just looked a little bit ahead of everyone else in this qualifying session, and he will be on pole for the round 5 race at Canada. Beautiful qualifying session from everyone. 109.0.085, and that is your qualifying session done. Everyone could kind of fuck my last lap, so I no comment. We'll have to see what happens with that. Yeah, Bobolowski's best time is on the mediums, as was driver DNB, so we didn't see their full pace. Obviously, it was the invalidations that cost them, and the invalidations that cost a lot of people chances to improve their time. But F1 Kid on pole by 300ths. And that is your qualifying system done, ladies and gentlemen. And we are now just going to be waiting a little bit. So for the first lap of action, guys, I will spectate the first lap of action. There we go, sorted it. We're good now. We're good now. We finally got it sorted. We're on lap 2 now. We've got the rain going. JD has dropped back a few places from 3rd position. It is F1 Kid in the lead at the moment from Alex, then Baymax, then Ecos, then JD, then Resilience, then DeVito, then Driver DNB, Bobolowski, Adrian, and then the 2 Hasses at the back. And oh, look at this. We've got a virtual safety car because we've got Masterclass in the wall at the chicane, and they've lost their front wing as well. Driver DNB has left session. I don't know if that's a disconnect of some kind. Yeah. Don't know if that's a disconnect of some kind. Don't know what it is, but now it's a virtual safety car. We've got intermediate conditions at the moment. They will be drying, so timing this could change entirely the complexion of strategy. Do you go hards or mediums when the rain eventually stops? Do you go softs even? What do you do, honestly? Because strategy options are endless now. So we'll see. VSC is currently deployed. We've still got VSC deployed at the moment. We've got F1 Kid in the lead in the Kick Sabres, who is filling in for Runnard this race. So we will see what will happen in this race. We've got 35 laps, and we've had 3 of them so far. And Masterclass, they're getting a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no, Masterclass! If losing your front wing wasn't enough, now he's also lost his lost some more time with the 10-second penalty. That is not ideal for Masterclass. I got some chocolate here that I'm going to be nomming on. The virtual safety car has ended, so we are now in play. We've got Alex right on the tail of we've got on the tail of F1 Kid. So we're going to have a very interesting battle between these two emerging. 0.3 is the gap. So let's see what we've got. Just don't mind me nomming on some delicious Belgian chocolate. Don't mind me. I'll still be compensating, obviously. Meanwhile, behind we've got DeVito and DeVito pressurizing JD, and DeVito going into the pit lane. And I don't know if that was accidental. I don't know what this is, but DeVito's into the pit lane. We've still got F1 Kid in the lead, and Baymax following closely behind. Let's see. Got some really nice Belgian chocolate. I'm going to have to go put some back in the fridge again because this genuinely will melt. If I get a safety car at any point, I'm running to the fridge with this. Meanwhile, we've got a battle here for the lead. We've got F1 Kid and Alex going wheel to wheel into the hairpin. Alex trying to go around the outside. F1 Kid getting a little bit squirrely on the exit. And this is going to open the door for Alex, who now has the chance down towards the chicane. They're wheel to wheel. Baymax is in the back as well. Maybe waiting to pick up the pounces. F1 Kid stays in the lead ahead of Alex, but now Alex is in a better position to see if he can challenge out of the chicane. No, very good exit from F1 Kid. Manages to keep him within touch. And there's JD getting a 3-second time penalty. Resilience now going past JD as well. Wheel to wheel between the two into turn 1. Resilience down the inside. Beautiful move. And there's a bit of contact as well. No damage done to JD's front wing, I don't think. So he gets away with it. But beautiful move from Resilience. Up into P5 for the Williams driver. Brilliant work from Resilience. And Bobolowski, they're getting a time penalty as well. You can see the positions gained so far on this lap. We've got DeVito down 2 places. We've got JD down 3 places, and we've got Ecos Dark up 2 places so far in this race. Everyone's on intermediate tyres so far. There are your penalties. We've got masterclass on 13 seconds because of the drive-through and also the track limits penalties, which you've got to avoid around here, and then 3 seconds for JD, Bobolowski, and Jonas. So, that is your standings. That is your state to play for the time being. Lap 5, and we've got Alex again trying to attack F1 Kid. This is a battle that's heating up so far over this lap. F1 Kid will be trying to keep Alex at bay for as long as he possibly can. Alex, a reserve driver, obviously, for McLaren. We've got Baymax as well behind them by 7/10, setting some good laps as well. So we are in for a very feisty race here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for a very, very exciting race. We've got DeVito setting a fast lap of the race as well on those new intermediate tyres. I don't know what that was all about, but it was about that. I don't know what that was all about going into the pit lane that early, but honestly, I'm not even going to question it. We've got big gaps already to the leader of 16 seconds, as we see DeVito now getting past Jonas, and we've got a move as well for the lead. We've got contact between Alex and F1 Kid. Alex and F1 Kid made contact, and Baymax is the big beneficiary of that. Through goes Baymax, and now F1 Kid and Alex are still going wheel to wheel through the hairpin. Alex has to back out of it, but Baymax in the Mercedes is now the one in the lead. Classic me to miss out on the lead battle when it actually happens. I switched to someone making an overtake, and then I switched to this. I'm worse than the F1 TV directors, fuck's sake. Into the chicane to end lap 6 and start lap 7 with your new leader Baymax. But the rain has stopped, and I believe that's Ecos Dark coming in for a change of tyres, and that is onto slick tyres for Ecos. That's a very, very early call. Maybe wants to get himself involved with the leaders. I don't know if that's too early, but the track looks dry, so it'll be interesting to see what tyres everybody else goes to. But he will be a very good, and he's going to come out in clear air as well, I think. Let's see where he comes out. He comes out ahead of Adrian, and that is very crucial. Oh, sliding on the exit from him as well. DRS still hasn't been enabled yet, so that wouldn't suggest it's dry enough. It's still spitting slightly, but I've seen crazier things on this game. We've got back to the lead battle again. We've got Alex really hounding F1 Kid, and he's looking to maybe move down the inside. No, unfortunately not. But Baymax continuing to hold the lead for the time being. We've got Adrian in the Alpine in P9, and we've got Ecos that's Adrian getting past Ecos in P10, so maybe it's a bit early for the slick tyres yet. The leaders certainly aren't interested as they make their way into the chicane again for the end of lap 7 onto lap 8. So no changes at the moment from any of the leaders. We've got Resilience behind, and Resilience is in though. Resilience is in. That is an earlier call than the others. It's not as early as Ecos, but he's coming in as well. Now the question is, what does he put on? DeVito also coming into the pit lane. It's going to be medium tyres for Resilience. There's a bit of a slow stop there for Resilience. We've got onto hard tyres goes DeVito. Medium tyres for Resilience. very interesting to see where Resilience comes out. There was Adrian. There's Ecos as well. Let's see. This is going to be very tight. Oh, Resilience traction all over the place there. But he's ahead. He's ahead of Ecos. That extra lap, they have no grip. So I wonder if they've gone slightly too early on the mediums, possibly. Because it still looks quite... It looks dry, but it possibly isn't yielding the grip that they want it to. I don't know if DRS has been enabled yet in this race, but the rain is dying off now, and we are waiting for the leaders to pit. We've got F1 Kid who's made his way back into the lead somehow. I haven't noticed that. Here's the chill curse. Yeah, still DRS has not been enabled for Alex and Baymax, who has fallen down back to P3 and all of that while I haven't been watching. Classic again, I'm missing the lead battle. Baymax is in. Baymax calls it first. He is coming into the pit lane. Does JD respond with him? He does indeed. Does Bobolowski? No. Bobolowski continues onwards. F1 Kid sets the fastest lap of the race. But there's Baymax onto a set of hard tyres. Let's see. In comes JD onto a set of hard tyres as well. We've got Jonas in as well in the Haas. And let's see what he goes to. He goes to a set of medium tyres. So it'll be very interesting to see Baymax's pace now in clear air on the new slick tyres. And you can see already trying to fight the car on those hard tyres. He's trying to get them up to temperature. Oh, and sliding around massively. The track really isn't yielding the grip at the moment that the slick tyres need to generate temperature and generate grip, therefore. So, very, very interesting. Ecos Dark getting 3 seconds, and then we've got also Masterclass getting 3 seconds again. Let's see, we've got, there's your penalties there. We've got 6 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, and 6 seconds for your respective drivers. So there we go. So that is what you see so far. Any response from F1 Kid? No response from F1 Kid or from Alex as well. So they're continuing on. They're content with the intermediate tyres. And in fact, maybe that's the right tyre to be on, because they both just set out of the fastest lap of the race on those intermediate tyres, despite the fact it looks very dry. I mean, and then Bobolowski is also in. And I wonder if carrying on the extra lap for Bobolowski might have gained him against JD. He's going on to hard tyres, and I don't know if he's going to be going to the end of the race or not. It might be quite hard to do, but it's certainly possible to go to the end of the race on hard tyres. But the main reason, there's JD. He's ahead of Adrian. But is Bobolowski going to come out ahead of JD? This is going to be very tight, but Bobolowski he gets ahead, but he goes onto the grass. JD's got no grip. Can he get past as well? He's got more confidence in these conditions. He's going to go round the outside into the chicane. Contact! Round goes Bobolowski. And he does keep it out of the wall, so no damage done there. But he has no grip at all. There's DRS finally being enabled. And and that was a end plate loss, I believe, on the Alpine of Adrian. But DRS has now been enabled, so I'd like to think we'll see F1 Kid and Alex in at the end of this lap as well for slick tyres. Resilience gets a 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. What that's all about, I don't know. F1 Kid's in. We've got absolute chaos as they go to the slicks. F1 Kid and Alex are both into the pit lane for a set of slick tyres. Alex onto a set of hard tyres. Let's see what F1 Kid goes for. Also hards as well. They both get in and out, but the question is where's Baymax? He's making his way through the final chicane, and I don't think he's going to be anywhere near them, because carrying on those intermediate tyres was the better choice. Could he get ahead of Alex? He goes very wide, Baymax, and he is going to lose out, and he is going to stay in P3, but on warmer tyres compared to the two in front of him. Meanwhile, we've got change for position as well. We've got Resilience and Bobolowski having a little fight as well into turn 1. Resilience, a bit of wheel banging as well between the RB and the Williams, but was Resilience continuing to stay ahead for the time being. Then, bit of contact. Resilience gets a 3-second penalty for warning. Then Bobolowski cuts the track. It's not Luke, aka Masterclass, retired for the session. Resilience almost putting it into a wall there. Jeez, chaos and action all the way through the field at the moment. It's hard to keep track of everything. We've got DRS here for Bobolowski. We're going to continue on this battle because it's looking like a very interesting battle. Resilience defends really well there, but now it's going to be under threat going into the hairpin. Let's see. Bobolowski down the inside of Resilience. Does he get the move done? Wheel to wheel. Into the final corner. Nothing as of yet. And DeVito having a big snap of oversteer as well. I want to switch to this battle though, because there's a battle for second place. Baymax swinging past the McLaren of Alex and getting into P2. There's no grip, and Alex trying to come back up the inside again, almost taking Baymax out. No grip for any of these drivers at the moment. None of them can survive at the moment. Whew. Need to take a breather. Just taking a breather, don't mind me. Oh, and oh, Resilience as well, coming up the inside. Bobolowski as well. Oh, jeez, that was a voice crack and a half. We got Alex getting past Baymax back up the top as well. But the main battle I want to be seeing is between DeVito, Resilience, and Bobolowski, because that is the battle that's looking very interesting at the moment. We've got Resilience on 13 seconds of penalties. We've got Ecos on 6 seconds. We've got JD on 3 seconds. We've got Bobolowski on 6 and Jonas on 3 as well. As we continue to see, we've got Jonas getting past Bobolowski there, and we've got Baymax breezing past Alex there, and Baymax will want to be chasing after F1 Kid. But the question is does he have the pace? Because F1 Kid's sitting on 1:16.0. Baymax went wide there and has let Alex back through again. I don't know what that was. As JD getting 3 seconds as well. 4 of time penalties. 4 track limits. Oh, very, very squirrely from Alex again. None of these drivers are being able to find any grip at the moment on this track. It just isn't rubbering in at all, as you would expect on the dry track, with slick tyres and 11 F1 cars driving around it. It's not producing the grip necessary. We've got Baymax still chasing Alex here for P2. We've got also battles between Resilience and DeVito, and then we've got JD closing on Ecos at the same time. Whew. Just taking a breather as we see a little bit of a interesting action in the hairpin there from Baymax. They are going to have DRS down the next straight. Will they be able to make any use of it? Let us have a see as they make their way into the final chicane, and they are a bit far back as we see further back. We've got DeVito, and there's Jonas getting ahead of DeVito, and also Bobolowski as well getting ahead of DeVito, who's now got DRS back as well. There's going to be a massive fight here, massive fight for P6. Down the inside goes DeVito, forces Bobolowski off, and Bobolowski goes off, has to cut the track, and now comes back out in P9. And then we've got DeVito trying to get back past Jonas, but nothing doing as of yet. And Resilience in P6 heading this train as well. Meanwhile, we've still got Baymax chasing after Alex, who has just closed that gap a little bit to F1 Kid. We are just under halfway through this race, and we've already had so much action. We've had a lot of action. My game crashing, more to the point, and then also my PC deciding to just go kaboom. Was not fun, but I'll sort that out at some point. And then we've got Adrian and we've got driver D and B swapping positions. We've got also DeVito and Jonas off the track as well. There are lots of hard racing between these two. We've got Baymax getting up into P2 there in the Mercedes as they make their way through the final chicane. F1 Kid with a 1:13.6. And there's Baymax with a 1:13.2, of reducing that advantage that F1 Kid has and trying to gain. So let us see what we've got here. We've still got a battle between Resilience, between Jonas and DeVito. We've got DeVito following Jonas, and then Bobolowski. That will be a battle that I'll have to watch for the rest of the race. But those are the two main battles at the moment. The battle for P6 and the battle for P2 is where you want to be looking at the moment. So let's see where his race will take us. We've got DeVito chasing after Resilience. We've got Baymax again under pressure from Alex. And one thing they are doing is working together. That's a good thing. They're working together to get up to the back of F1 Kid, because once they get up to F1 Kid, then they're in business. We've got Bobolowski on the inside of Jonas. Simple move there for the RB. Once again, though, we've got a move for second place, and this is Alex, and the DRS is so powerful around here that it is gaining time to F1 kids. So the fact they keep doing this is brilliant. They keep swapping the DRS round and gaining on F1 kid, who puts in a fast lap of a 1:12.7, and then F1 kid putting in and then Alex, sorry, putting in a lap of a 1:12.0. That's with the help of DRS, and that's how powerful it is around here. And we'll have to see what happens when these two eventually do close up to F1 kid, if they do. Let's see as they make their way through the little chicane and onto the DRS, small little DRS straight before the little chicane. Chuck it right, chuck it left, and then you're making your way towards the hairpin. Once again, there's going to be a little swapping of DRS, but F1 kid has actually pulled out a nice advantage at the end of this lap, and they are now at 3.5 seconds. We've got DeVito and Resilient swapping places. DeVito getting past Resilient at the first time of asking. Resilient almost putting it into a more George Russell style. You remember that from a few years ago at Canada. They're almost doing the exact same thing there, as we see, and we'll have to see whether there will be any response from Resilience at all down the DRS straight to F1 kid with a 1:12.0 without the DRS, and this time he's gained half a second on that lap. Let's see. Resilience 3/10 behind DeVito as they make their way through the chicane. JD as well, also making a move on Ecos, and does get past the Ferrari to make it a McLaren 3-4, which is great for their constructors battle against Red Bull and also against Ferrari as well. All are within a little bit of each other, but it's at the moment McLaren who are the main people scoring points in this race. We are just over, about to make it to half distance. In fact, we have made it to half distance of this Grand Prix. Lap 17 of 35. No safety cars, interesting, of VSC so far, but no actual safety cars as of yet to speak, which I find very interesting. Ecos has stayed with JD very nicely. This lap, and JD getting a little bit squirrely on the exit, so we'll be looking. So Ecos will be looking to re-overtake the McLaren, who goes to defend on the inside, but it's useless against the DRS. It's so powerful around here. It is useless, as Baymax getting 3 seconds of penalties as well. This race will be highly decided by the penalties and how much you can actually do with it. So we'll have to see, as JD has to now settle back behind Ecos again for another lap. And then we've got Resilience as well, staying very close behind DeVito. And we've got JD as well. JD getting back past Ecos. I don't know if Ecos had some sort of issue at the exit of the first two corners, but JD back into 4th place again. Yeah, literally no idea what happened there. Literally no clue. And DeVito, they're getting another 3-second time penalty. Might as well bring you up to date on the penalties, to be honest. There you are, 3 seconds for Baymax, Alex, and for Baymax and Alex. We've got 6 seconds for JD, for DeVito, and for Jonas. And then we've got 9 seconds for Ecos and for Bobolowski. And then we've got 13 seconds for Resilience as well. We've got a move for second as Baymax gets back past Alex, and I have to say F1 Kid is checking out of this race at the moment. Hard tyres, they should go to the end from here. Let's see, we've got Ecos getting back past JD there, and JD won't be putting up much more of a fight there. Behind them we've got Resilience now on the tail of, has been overtaken by Bobolowski, and now they've fallen to P8. Still no safety cars as to report as of yet. But, yeah. We are chilling for the time being. We've got Alex getting back past Baymax again in the McLaren. And this is going to be now a fight for track position. Whereas originally Alex had a 3-second time penalty and would have dropped him behind Baymax regardless of result. But now that is less of a collision! Oh no, collision between JD and Ecos coming together. I cut to that because there was some sort of action. JD has now got a broken front wing, and I think that was just a classic case of maybe a little squeeze onto the outside. It looked like he was on the outside, possibly, of Ecos. So that is not what we like to see, but DeVito is the one to benefit from that, because he is now into P4. Let's see, is there any damage on the Ferrari? It doesn't look as if there's any damage on the Ferrari, and they aren't coming into the pit lane, so that would suggest not. But that is so unfortunate for JD. He was running such a good race there, and now, oh, and to add insult to injury, he's now got 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, onto a set of medium tyres and a chain to the front wing. But the other McLaren has crashed. The other McLaren's had a spin. The other McLaren has spun. Alex, it's all gone disastrously wrong. When I said the McLaren were doing really well in the Constructors' Championship, that has fallen to pieces within the space of within the space of 30 seconds. One McLaren gets taken out by the Ferrari of Ecos, and then the other one spins. Oh dear, what an awful lap for McLaren. The commentator's curse is clearly real. Commentator's curse is clearly real, apparently. Let's see what we've got. Let's see then. State of the race at the moment. We've got F1 Kid leading by 5 seconds over Baymax. Then we've got Alex, DeVito, Ecos, Bobolowski, Resilience, Jonas, JD, Adrian, and Driver DNB as your people left in this race. And we've got, let's see, we've got a battle here for P5 now. This is the battle for DeVito's run off, and we've got Ecos and Resilience behind Bobolowski, and they will be looking to make moves, and they will be looking to get up into P5 ahead of that V-carb. We've got Alex getting a 3-second penalty again for multiple track limit warnings. Track limits are hard to wave off around here, but if you can stay out of them, then you've got a very decent chance of doing something in this race. So, we'll have to see what happens. Another f***ing race. Yeah, it isn't great. Not great, not gonna lie. We're on lap 21 now. Let's see what happens. Going into the hairpin. Bobolowski in P5 ahead of Ecos and Resilience. A nice train of 3 there, but now Ecos getting a very good exit compared to Bobolowski on the exit of the hairpin. And I think this might be another slam dunk move into P5, I think, for the Ferrari. Let's see what they do. They're going to hold back. No, they're going to hold back for the time being. Maybe try and get him on the exit, but that hasn't worked because now you've just let Bobolowski get through and get a better exit. So I don't know if this is tactical from Ecos or anything like that, but clearly it's something, some sort of tactic. A tactic that I am not familiar with. So we will have to see we'll have to see what happens. Let's see, we've got F1 Kid still extending his lead now. Let's see, here is your race leader at the moment. F1 Kid has taken Runner's seat, and I'd have to say he's using, he's clearly got Runner's car. Look how fast it's going. It's 6 seconds ahead of P2, who is 6 seconds ahead of P3, who is 10 seconds ahead of P4. Thought this was going to be a little bit more of a chaotic race with safety cars, to be honest, but hey, a man can't ask for everything, apparently. A man can't ask for everything. We're going to switch back to this battle because this, and I believe Ecos just dropped out of the DRS. He still gets it for this lap only, but Resilience is going to be really, really close to him on the exit at P6. On the exit, going for P6 is Resilience. Let's see. Oh, is looking very close. Oh, very, very close there to being borderline on the limit. Resilience up the inside. Ecos defends his position, but I have to say that was a little bit naughty there for me because there was a bit of a late defensive move. Oh, and a smash of the wall there from Bobolowski. As we saw, we've got Ecos and Resilience making their way through. We've got JD saying a new fastest lap of the race. He's now in P8, but he is obviously a long way behind the next group of cars. He is ahead of Jonas now in P9. I wonder if we're going to see any late pit stops possibly, as we see Resilience trying to look for a way past the Ferrari, but it isn't looking likely at the moment. As we see now, we're going to see maybe a move in on the next corner. Let's see. Into the hairpin, move down the inside. Oh, another bit lordsy there. Oh, and a brake test as well for good measure. Ecos, I have to say, is driving a little bit dirty here. Moving under braking and a little bit of a park the bus brake check on the apex. But that doesn't matter now because Resilience is in the slipstream and he's now looking to get past. He's got the DRS. Can he get ahead? Yes, he can get ahead of the Ferrari, and he does. And they do get into P6. And it is P6 for Resilience in the Williams. Everything is fairly calm at the moment. We've got Jonas and JD now about to start having a nice little battle here for P9 and P8. JD getting another 3-second penalty for track limits. I think quite a lot of people don't like this track, which was a bit interesting of what as well why it's on the calendar, but I don't make the calendar. I'm just the commentator here. I'm just the commentator, so we don't question it. But we'll see. We've got Jonas trying to chase after JD in the McLaren. Then we've got, but meanwhile, still out in front. That lead is still extending. 8 seconds now is that gap between F1 Kid and Baymax, and it is continuing to extend. Alex dropping back as well. In fact, he's dropping back into the clutch to DeVito as well, who is gaining on him. 4 seconds is the gap between him and the McLaren. So we could be about to see a very interesting fight there. As we switch back to JD and also Jonas, we've got Ecos and Resilience going back at it again, and Ecos into the pit lane on for another set of tyres, and I wonder if this is going to be for another set of mediums or for soft tyres. I wonder what this is going to be for, and it is a set of soft tyres going onto the car, onto that Ferrari, and we've got a spinner in Sector 2. I believe it's Adrian, and indeed they have spun, and they do get going again. No harm done, no safety car at the moment. Let's see, we've got driver DM, let's see, we've got driver DNB there, and then we've got Alex here getting past driver DNB's Ghost, who unfortunately is disconnected multiple times from this whole thing, and very, very out of shape there for the McLaren. We've got JD now heading a train of Ecos, Jonas, and himself. JD leading that train on the medium tyres, and then a medium tyres also for Jonas, and also soft tyres for Ecos. So let's see what's going to happen at the end of this straight. It is our closest battle out on track at the moment. Just less than a few laps to go. Bobolowski getting another time penalty. I'll just quickly let you look at those time penalties there, because you might want to look at them. 3 seconds, 9 seconds, 6 seconds, 15 seconds, 13 seconds, 19 seconds, 9 seconds, and 12 seconds penalties, respectively, towards our drivers, as JD gets overtaken by Jonas in the Haas. Nice little move there from the Haas of Jonas. And let's see, we've got JD now going to have to stick behind the Haas to try and make their way back into P7 again. We've got, and Alex has retired from the session, and we've got a safety car, Safety car has finally come out, and we've finally got some action here at Canada. It's taken a while, but we finally do have action here, and it is the McLaren of Alex, the reserve driver, who is unfortunately out. We've got everybody going to be peeling into the pit lane, I'd like to think. F1 Kid into the pit lane for soft tyres. I think that will obviously also be Baymax in onto soft tyres as well. Let's see, we're going to have also DeVito into the pit lane as well, onto some soft tyres as well. It should be softs for everyone, might be mediums for a few people. In fact, it's mediums for DeVito, actually. We've got Bobolowski here. Brake pedal broke. Oh, that is really sad. That is honestly really sad. That is really unfortunate as well. Soft tyres ongoing, and that has helped Resilience massively, whose tyre wear would have been really bad on those mediums. The 10-second penalty for Resilience is now going to be served. In comes Jonas as well. In comes JD as well, who will want to get rid of that 10-second penalty. There's Resilience going out on those soft tyres, and then Jonas, and then also JD, and out goes Ecos, who will be ahead of JD, and I believe that'll conclude all of our pit stops, I believe, under this safety car, and we will have quite a few laps of racing still left Also, Alex, question: what gear do you have in terms of what pedals? What like, is it like Fanatec? Is it Logitech? Is it Thrustmaster? Is it Moser? What is it? Let me through for the plot. Strangely, Baymax, I don't think he's gonna do that. I mean, you could try and ask him, but I don't think he'll do that. I'm just gonna take a bit of a breather. We're gonna have to wait a while for this pack to bunch up. Yeah, may have to get slightly aggressive. Well, judging by his pace, Baymax, I think you're gonna have to, mate. Judging by his pace. Keep it clean, though. We keep it clean. I'm quicker. Watch me cook. Alright, Baymax. If you say so. If you say so. If you say so, Baymax. If you say so. Lap 28. We're going on to lap 29. I think the safety car will stay out one more lap, I think. And then it will come in at the end of lap 29 onto lap 30. So we will have... so we'll have 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. We have 6 laps of racing remaining after this. So, we will see. Just taking a small little break. Save my voice a bit. I've been having drinks, but in spontaneous amounts. So, let's see. We have now... we're still going on to lap 29. I believe we have now got all of the pack bunched up, and we've got 10-second penalty for Bobolowski there for a severe collision with DeVito there. And I don't know if is there a bit of front wing damage there possibly for the RB. I'm not quite sure. No wing damage as of yet, so they look okay. But yeah, I should expect to see the safety car in at the end of this lap. So we will get ready to go racing. Again, 6 laps will remain. Can Baymax do anything about F1 Kid? Who will get the final podium place? 50-50 P1 or 50-50 P1 or DNF. No in between. That's going to be Baymax's mentality. It's the win or nothing for him. It's the win or nothing for the Mercedes driver. The safety car is indeed at the end. At the end of this lap now, we will have F1 Gear backing up the pack, and we'll be wanting to surprise Baymax to see when he goes. Obviously, DRS will only be enabled after lap 1, and everyone's slowing up the hairpin. Come on, my teammate. Yeah, we've got Jonas in P7 there in the Haas, so could be carrying the Haas to getting some few points. Let's see what we are going to have though, because we've got everyone getting ready to go racing. Again, we've got Jonas, and he got. You what? Yeah, you heard me. You heard me, Masterclass. I was carrying the Haas, doesn't matter. But anyway, on to the racing. F1 Kid has gone. He has gone just before the final corner, but he hasn't caught Baymax out at all. In fact, Baymax has gone right with him. So I think we're going to see a very interesting battle between the two of them. We've got Resilience being punted out of the way by Ecos. There is dropping down to P7. We've got JD in P8 is there. We've got DeVito getting a 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Oh, goodness, this game is beautiful. We have points just about. And let's see, we've got F1 Kid still trying to put the hammer down against Baymax, but he's not being able to do anything at the moment. Still half a second still within DRS. We've had a few people get penalties there. Let's see, we've got 35 seconds of penalties for Bobolowski, 15 seconds for Ecos. We've got 9 seconds for Jonas, 3 seconds for Resilience, 9 seconds for JD, and we've got 3 seconds for Baymax, which might be the downfall of him if he can't get ahead of F1 Kid by 3 seconds, which is looking very unlikely, but due to F1 Kid's pace this whole race. Let's see, Baymax is getting closer, he's getting closer. We've got, meanwhile, further back, Jonas making a move on Ecos, making it up into P5 as well. Beautiful move from the Haas, and we're going to see, and look at this, Ecos is coming back at Jonas, a battle between the Ferrari and the Haas, into turn 1, oh, wheel to wheel between the two of them, beautiful racing as Ecos stays ahead, and Jonas having to cut off and make sure he didn't get passed by Resilience there, but this is very cool battle here for P5, what will become. Meanwhile, the DRS has been enabled, and therefore can be used by Baymax to get up to the back of F1 Kid. DeVito is also there, hanging on to the DRS. We've got Resilience getting past Jonas. We've got JD looking to get past Jonas as well. But the battle we want to be looking at is this one, the lead battle. The Kick Sauber of F1 Kid. Oh, Baymax going very deep into the hairpin, and that's going to have cost him a whole load of time against F1 Kid, although he gets a very good exit. Let's see, down to the final chicane in the Wall of Champions. Can Baymax get past F1 Kid? Not on this occasion, he's not close enough. Can he get past him? Down towards turn 1, we're going to have to see. They all glide through gracefully. And it's JD getting up ahead of Jonas. Nothing doing from DeVito, Baymax, or F1 Kid. DeVito on the medium tyres, remember. So he's in the box seat. Resilience looking at Ecos as well. So a very interesting fight between these guys for P5. And then we've got Bobolowski in P4, but obviously got those large amounts of time penalties. There will be a lot of stewards' inquiries to sorting all of these penalties out, so my teammate needs to go. Maybe. Maybe. Oh no, JD! JD spun! No, JD just caught that in the back of the shot. JD spinning on the exit of the chicane. Oh dear, JD Devil Noob, unfortunately falling down to P8 as it stands at the moment. And I'm sorry to cut away from JD's misery, but we've got a big battle for the lead now on here. We've got DeVito against Baymax against F1 Kid. Let's see, this is going to be very tight. Does DeVito go inside, outside? He goes to the inside. Is there going to be room on the inside for Baymax? They're going to be almost 3 wide into the forest again. They all make it through really nicely. Beautiful racing from the 3 of them. Baymax now has got the DRS and he's now looking at the back of F1 Kid. Oh, doesn't quite get close enough. We've got 3 laps remaining of this race. We've got Resilience also getting past Ecos there in the Williams. Beautiful work there from good old Rolly there. From good old Rolly. And we've got F1 Kid still continuing to make his way through in the lead at the moment. We've got DeVito hanging on to the back and staying well within contention. It's a very, very tight battle here for the lead, as we see Baymax, he's now maybe going for an unconventional spot. No, he stays back, and this time, surely this time he is close enough. He's closer than he has been on any occasion. In fact, he might be diving into the hairpin down the inside. F1 Kid leaves the room, a little bit of contact made, but they both get through unscathed. F1 Kid gets the better exit, but now this is the chance Baymax has been needing. This is the chance he's been wanting. Baymax now pulls to the inside. Does he get close enough? He's going to the inside against F1 Kid. Does he get it past? Yes, he does. Baymax up into P1. Beautiful work from Baymax, and he's up into P1 for the first time this race, ahead of F1 Kid. Can he hold on to that, or more to the point, can he pull out that 3-second lead he needs? Probably not. We've got DeVito behind as well with a penalty, so it will probably be F1 Kid's race to lose, barring any penalties, obviously. Because if you look at those penalties, 3 seconds, DeVito diving up the inside! Beautiful move, little send there from DeVito. Now DeVito is going to be looking to try and get past F1 Kid round the outside. A little bit of battling between the two. They've both got DRS, F1 Kid backing out against them. Beautiful work there from everyone. And now DeVito is now looking at the back of Baymax and could be going for the lead or effective second place. They're pushing each other through the hairpin. Literal pushing through the hairpin. for all three of them. My voice is starting to go, but I don't fucking care, because we have got brilliant racing in the last few laps at Canada. 2 laps remaining, it'll become 1 lap. DeVito overtaking Baymax. Baymax staying ahead of F1 Kid, but now he's compromised himself on the exit. F1 Kid wanting to try and win this on track. He gets back past Baymax again. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's how bad my voice is going on. A massive voice crack there. P2 for F1 Kid. P3 for Baymax at the moment. DeVito in the lead, but he's obviously got that penalty. Behind, we've got Resilience holding on to P5 from Jonas in P6, and then Ecos in P7. Brilliant work as well. Brilliant work as well from all of these guys. And they will all benefit from Bobolowski getting penalties as well. That 35-second penalty. DeVito now, the soft tyres clearly have fallen off a cliff, because DeVito has actually stretched his gap to F1 Kid. Now he's stretched it to over a second. Got a yellow flag in sector 1, as I believe that's Adrian. It is Adrian into the wall. Unfortunately, a bad day at the office for the Alpine. But on the track, it's going to be F1 Kid, I think, who takes the victory. I'm not going to speak too soon, because the last chicane is still down. I don't know how many warnings he's on. DeVito is going to cross the line first, though, ahead of F1 Kid and ahead of Baymax. But the final order, I think, is going to be F1 Kid ahead of both of them. DeVito takes the victory on track, but F1 Kid, in the reserve driver, filling in for Leonard, will take victory here. Ahead of Bobolowski. There's a drag to the line here. Resilience gets P3! Resilience gets it ahead of DeVito. I didn't see how many penalties DeVito had. Resilience gets a podium here at Canada. And it's Jonas in P5. We've got P6 for Ecos, Bobolowski in P7. JD will finish P8, followed by driver DNB, and then Adrian, who unfortunately did have not the greatest of races. JD does finish ahead of Bobolowski because of the sheer amount of time penalties, but there will be a lot of stewards investigations here, looking into all of these track limits and looking into all of these penalties, whether they were deserved or not. But there you go. That is your race done. And I have to say, very, very interesting. Well, I say very interesting. Very interesting for the last since lap 26. After lap 26, it was very interesting. Jonas getting driver of the day there. Jonas getting driver of the day. And that is it. That is your Canadian Grand Prix done. That is your round 5 for GDR finished here. And joiner, and we will be going to we'll be going to the interviews very, very shortly. We're going to the interviews very, very shortly. As well, GG's to all our drivers as well. Good job to all of you. Well, we've got F1 Kid waiting, so we need to get... So feel free to get someone else for the... Okay, so we unfortunately aren't going to have our... So now, let's see what we've got here. We've got F1 Kid in the interview waiting room. Right, we're just going to be waiting a hot second. Just need to... Okay. Right. Give us a hot second, chat. We will be getting to the interviews in just a second. Let's say we might. Let's. Let's see, we are going to have Brazil as our next race. Okay, just waiting a hot second for our... Ah, hello there.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Oh, I need to change. I need to unmute you on OBS on Discord. Let's speak again.
Good.
Hey, we can hear him. That's good.
Oh, I'm going to drag the winner in. Is the only one
Yep.
sat there in the waiting room? Oh, no, we'll
No.
get the winner in.
We'll get the runner in first.
Here's the winner.
Here he is. Welcome in, Mr. F1 Kid. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing quite well, you know.
Yeah, must be doing pretty well after that race. I mean, for most of that race up until the safety car period, you were really controlling the race. I mean, how'd the car feel out there? Was it feeling good? Feeling decent?
I mean, yeah, the setup worked. Thanks, shout out to Runner because I stole his setup, so that works.
You stole his seat, and you stole his setup as well.
Brilliant, love that.
Yeah, because my setup was very outdated, so I didn't know who to take. I just saw Runner had a good time. I was like, okay, I'll take that one, thank you. And it worked. In the wet and in the dry, it was fine.
That's alright, then, isn't it?
Nice.
Don't really know what to say.
No, it's one of them races.
Yeah.
You the top three of you, at least until on the first stint, where all three of you are battling, weren't you? From what I could see on the back of my screen. And then I think the McLaren Moss, my teammate, had a bit of a whoopsie at some stage.
Yeah,
Separated that.
I will tell you. So Alex had a brake failure. His brake actually broke.
Oh, of course, yeah, he came into my chat and said that as well.
Yeah, which meant I just saw him plow into a wall basically at full speed because he couldn't stop. Very, very sad.
Yeah. In the wet, yeah, Alex tried to pass me. I was just able to defend him. Then Baymax got through for a second, but then he had a snap out of in like sector 1, so I re-overtook him. But I feel Baymax made a mistake. He boxed too early for dry tires because me and Alex were still pulling him on inters. And then when me and Alex boxed, I don't know what happened to Alex because he was like 2 seconds behind me after we came in, even though he was right behind me when we came in. So I don't know what happened. Maybe he had a wing change or something. But yeah, after I broke the DRS, I mean, I saw them try and like work together to try and get to me, but like I thought I was keeping pace with them even though they were like switching DRS. So it's like I only had 4 warnings, so I wasn't really worried about penalties because I saw them have them.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I was just slowly eking out the gap because Alex must have made a mistake before his brake failure. So then the safety car, I mean, yeah, I was like, okay, maybe that might hinder me, but I mean, I didn't get a pen, so that was all that mattered at the end.
Yeah. Well, that, as you said, timing the switch to dries at the start of the race was very crucial. And even when you did switch to the dries, it didn't look massively like the sides were switching on, or it didn't massively look like there was a whole lot of grip out there. What did that feel like? Rough.
Yeah, I mean, like, it could be also cold tires, so that doesn't help because they're hard. Also, they need to a while to get warm up. I mean, yeah, it was a bit slidey, like maybe a couple wheel spins, especially out of the hairpin. But then after like maybe like 2-3 laps, it was fine because we just kept pumping in fastest laps.
Yeah, all good then. And
Overall, it was a very good race, and you dominated coming in with your debut race as well. Can't get any better. You're going to be back for next week.
I mean, maybe I haven't done much in Brazil, so I mean, it might be an opportunity to see what I can do in Brazil. So maybe, who knows?
Yeah. Well,
fantastic.
Yeah, congratulations on your win, Mr. F1 Kid, and we might see you next week. To be honest, we might see you next week. We'll see.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries at all. Take it easy. Right, let's drag Resilience in here, our P3 man, shall we? Here he is.
Hello, boys.
Well, hello there. I bet when you started this this race, I bet you weren't expecting to be speaking to me at the end of this, were you?
No, not really.
How does it feel? You got a podium though. How does it feel?
Lucky, super lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 10-second penalty, which maybe I shouldn't have gotten because I made an illegal overtake, gave the position back, and then the thing stayed on my screen.
Oh yeah, there was penalties aplenty today, which we're gonna have to look into whether they were actually legit or not. There's gonna be a lot of those.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
It was
fun.
a really tough race in the middle as well. I made an illegal overtake under the safety car because the back marker went really slow, and then I had to give that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what that was.
Yeah.
Jonas ended up losing out 2 places today, I think.
Yeah.
So I had to really push to get back up to where I wanted to be, which I managed to somehow.
Yeah, and
Yeah, solid results as well after a couple of unlucky races over the last couple of weeks.
yeah, and and sort of talks through that last sort of that battle at the end between like you, Ecos, and Jonas, because that looked quite intense from the outside. What was it like inside the cockpit?
Scary, definitely. I've had a lot of stake because I wanted the podium, and I haven't really had a good finish in 2 races now. So it felt good to finally get a good result out of it as well.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're happy, and you were one of the earlier people who went to dry tires. Did you immediately regret your decision when you first went to dry tires?
Yeah, because on my screen the track was bone dry, but it felt like it was still super wet.
Yeah, and also last of all, let's see how you're feeling for Brazil next week.
Horrible. I hate Brazil.
That's convincing. That sounds confidence for flip's sake.
Well, if I'm not confident into every race, and I don't really care if I have a bad race,
That's
I'm
it.
not
You know what?
If you don't have expectations, you can never be disappointed.
You make a very very valid point, and I'll just just quickly. Any words from you, JD? I mean, race didn't go.
I'm absolutely knackered, to be honest. Race did not go my way. I was just happy to finish the points, and yeah, it was like, yeah, cool. Everyone's got penalties. It was just me like, I'm just happy to finish. But yeah, I try to get a fastest lap at the end, but there's you softened too much, so didn't get that. It's what it is. We move on to Brazil, obviously next week. I'll help around as well. Obviously, I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in today on both mine and the GDR stream. We're going to be back same time, 7:30 next Wednesday for Brazil. That's going to be round 6. Obviously, we hit the midway point. It's round 6 of 10, so we're nearly there now.
Yep.
The standings will be out. If you want to get yourselves in the Discord, ! Discord in both chats, and you shall find yourselves the Global Devils Racing Discord. You can get yourselves in, find all the information there. But for now, thank you, Matteo. I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone, as JD said, thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Sorry for all of the technical issues today. This has genuinely probably been the worst of the GDR streams that I've done so far. The game crashed, then my PC crashed, then I was in the car for the first lap. Did not go my way today. Hopefully I'll have those issues solved next week, hopefully, and we'll be in a better state next week. But thank you all for sticking around, and thank you all for tuning back in when I got the stream back up and running again. So thank you to absolutely everyone else, and
Let's go we'll go raid out to Mr. Cozzy G, I reckon.
Oh, we're gonna
hit him with a double raid.
Do a cheeky little raid to Mr. Cozzy G, do we?
We do.
Let's go for that then. Let us go for that. Okay.
Thank you very much, and guys, like I said, we'll be back next week. I hope to catch you all there for round 6.
I need to copy Cozzy's name because I can't remember what the capitals are in it.
You can type it all lowercase.
That's a good point. I probably could do that.
Yeah.
There you go. We got a raid now going for good old Mr. Cozzy G. Let's go.